Today on Call for Two, a quick spoiler-free review of the Winter Trilogy, a set of 3 free print-and-play cases for Sherlock Holmes Consulting Detective. What do you need to know before playing these cases? Stay tuned to find out. There is a very active community of people writing free print-and-play download cases for Sherlock Holmes Consulting Detective. This is a set of 3 that form a connected trilogy written by Vincent van der Zwag somewhere around 2020. You can find these on the Board Game Geek website in the files section for Sherlock Holmes Consulting Detective, The Thames Murders. They were reformatted by someone. This is the reformatted version with some beautiful art on the cover here. So we played through these on the channel. I've talked about why the fan-made cases are such a great way to play this amazing game, Sherlock Holmes Consulting Detective, one of my favorites. And so you can watch my videos on why this is one of the best kept secrets in mystery games. And you can see some previous reviews of my favorite print and play cases. The main reason why these can be better to play even than the ones that come in the Sherlock Holmes Consulting Detective boxes is you can make your notes on these printed copies as you play, which can be quite useful. I'm just going to cut to the chase here. We have played all 3 of these cases on the channel. I think chapter 1 took us about 6 hours to play. Won't take you that long, maybe take you 2 hours. Chapter 2 is the shortest, took us about 2 hours. So chapter 1 may be a standard length case. Chapter 2, a shorter than usual case. And then chapter 3 took us about 10 hours to play. Maybe might take you 3 or 4. So unusually long case. Now, playing through the first 2 chapters just feels like you're playing a standard Sherlock Holmes Consulting Detective case. They're not that connected. But something very special happens when you view these as a set, because the 3rd chapter here turns everything on its head. And you do need to play the first 2 chapters before you play the 3rd chapter. Taken as a whole, I think this compares very well to the long Sherlock Holmes Consulting Detective standalone cases that were sold as official expansions in the 80s, like Adventures by Gaslight and Queen's Park. So if you are a fan of those super long epic cases, this is going to really scratch that itch. As a whole, it really was an amazing experience, memorable, fascinating, lots of great stuff to discuss here. And really, you should play them all in close succession, ideally sort of within a week period while you still remember things. And I do think that if you like long, difficult cases, then play this as a set. As a set, this is a wonderfully long, deep, rich, single case experience. There are a couple of cons that you have to know going into this. The main one really is that there are a bunch of typos. It clearly wasn't written by a native English speaker. So there are typos and grammar errors, and that's just to be expected when you play something like this. You're getting it free. It hasn't been carefully edited. That's just the nature of it. For me, because these long cases are so special to me, they are the highlight of my experience with this game, and just in the overall scheme of mystery games, the longer the better from my standpoint. And this is right up there in terms of the totality of the experience. So I would give this a 9 out of 10. It is difficult. You are going to have to be serious about this one, at least the 3rd chapter, the House of M. Take your time, take good notes. You can watch our playthroughs, and I'd love to hear what you thought of the case.